We are here. It's time. It's tonight. We're live. Let's get it going. We are kicking off Season 8 of RPL F1 Tier 1. And we kick it off with the opener in Bahrain. Welcome along, ladies and gentlemen. I am Titan Ironwolf, and we will have a stacked house on deck for tonight. Here we go. Alright, just gonna add one more guy, and we'll be roaring to go. Let me locate him. Where is he? There he is. Boom, boom, boom. And we are good. So, we are here at Bahrain. It has been a staple of the RPL season for its entire length and history. Now, the defending winner... Well, we didn't have it in Season 7. Australia was the opener. Here we go. Well, we are going to have a new race champion for this season, because the last race was the beginning of Season 6. That was won by TTM Harris. But the last of the active... Let's see, let's look at Season 5. Well, Season 5, the last winner was Luke. Well, let's take a look at our group, and let's see who is involved for what in today's event. Ooh. Hang on. Alright, so let's take a look at our group. As mentioned in the driver introductions, so here's what we got in looking at it in the order on your screen. We have L74G, aka Luke, in the Alpine, Boss Cookie in the Ferrari tonight because Jacob is on holiday. Cookie, who is in Alfa Romeo, is in his place. We have RPL Jordan in the Williams. Now, the Williams pair, it would have been Egg and Term. However, Term and Alfie, I'm sorry. But Alfie has been switched with Jordan. So Jordan is taking his place. But the other Williams, which we'll get to later, was held by Term. But Term, he won't be racing until round 3 because, well, racing until next week because of a ban he has. We have Zakaria in the Haas. Corey Marshall in the Alpha Tauri as Zakaria sets his first time lap, 30.5. Jordan responds with a 30.2. And TB responds with a 28.8. As we look further down, we have Blonde in the Alfa Romeo. Cryptic now goes in there, 28.5 in the Red Bull. His teammate, the Chiller, is also in the Red Bull. The Chiller, the runner-up last season, hoping to go for a championship this season. And the Chiller, I did mark as one of, well, in my introduction video, one of 3 contenders for the Drivers' Championship, but that is now expanded to 6. We have Maxwell in the Alpine. Owen just coming out on track in the McLaren. His teammate Jack just went 3rd fastest with a 29.3. And well, that was Luke that just went by, and whoa boy, he's way off. We have Blackie in the Aston Martin, Globetrotter in the other Alpha, Beatnik in the Aston Martin, the Mercedes pair of Reese and Scyther, Pinarello filling in as reserve in the Haas, Red Fire moving from Alpine to AlphaTauri, and then lastly Wavy Knife reserving in for Term. As said, he has a weekend ban, but Term will be able to compete again next week. Well, as we're looking at our group, as these guys are filling on in, right now the Red Bull pairing is the top 2. With Cryptic leading the way with a 28.5. His teammate right behind, 28.6. And then we have Jack, 29.3. Jordan, quickest of the backfield with a 30.2. Blackie and Beatnik in the 33 and 30.5. Same with Zakaria, also a 30.5. Globetrotter and Reese are going to have to go another lap because they've had some unfortunate laps to kick off. Luke is just starting his timed lap. Corey is working on his timed lap. Well, I guess he's going to be a bit on the slow side because he had a misfortune somewhere on the track. And Wavy is going spinning in turn 7 and 8. Pinarello is just going through the DRS zone. Invalid dates. Unfortunate there. But yeah, so I did mention in my previous driver introduction video, I did say I did mark the Chiller, Jacob, and Scyther as contenders for the Drivers' Championship. That's now expanded to adding TV, Cryptic, and Reese to the equation. And speaking of Reese, he is just coming out of the final corner now. He's on board with the Mercedes driver as he comes across the line, and he is P6, 29.7. And that's only 400s off of Red Fire's time. And speaking of which, the next guy he'll be coming across the line to set a time is going to be Luke, as Cookie and Blonde are out on the track. Scyther, Pinarello, well, Pinarello had to go back into the pits for a new set of tires. Wavy, same thing, but Scyther, quiet in the garage for him. Now, for some, if it has not been noticed, as you can see, for a couple of these guys, as you can see with Beatnik and with Reese, they are both sporting the number 43. Now, for those of you that do not know, or just catching this news really late, earlier this week, legendary rally driver Ken Block passed away after being involved in a snowmobile accident, and he was a legendary rally driver sporting that number 43, and he will be greatly missed, and some of our drivers are actually using that number of 43 in his honor. So Beatnik and Reese being two of whom that are using that car number of 43. And, well, we just spin over the Globetrotter, who just took a spin in turn number 7. That is Cookie right there to pass by. Now with Cookie, he's had a couple of appearances last season in Season 7. He's hoping to have some good finishes and doing pretty good in his time. Now he is in the Ferrari tonight. He's mainly signed for Alfa Romeo because Mercedes Academy didn't have a seat open for him. But Ferrari Academy said, well, hey, we got a spot for you. Come on over to us. And Cookie took the offer, and he is in Alfa Romeo, but because of Jacob not being here on holiday, Cookie is now sporting a chance in the Ferrari car. And Cryptic, by the way, first of the drivers in Q1 to call the run, and Cookie now goes top of the board with a 28.5 dead center. Now, for those that don't watch F1, well, you're out of luck on this piece. We are in qualifying. We have 3 stages of qualifying: Q1, Q2, and Q3. After Q1, 16th through 20th get eliminated from the order. Then after Q2, P11 to P15 will be eliminated. While in Q3, the remaining top 10 fight it out for pole position. Let's see if Pinarello can get himself right now out of the bottom 5, because him, Wavy, and Scyther are one of 3 drivers yet to set a lap. Let's see what kind of lap he is capable of doing in the Haas. His teammate, 30.5. That is the time he has to beat in order to get himself into the top 15. But the thing is, he has Scyther, who is on his lap now. He's in DRS zone number 2. And Pinarello, 29.9, puts him P12. So that knocks Sicaria down to the bottom 5. He is out on the track now for a new time lap. We're on board. Let's go on board with Scyther now, as he is making his track down. He is a back-to-back champion, winning Season 6 and Season 7, despite missing 7 races. Still managed to win in a valiant effort by the Chiller to try to dethrone him, but it could be done. And Scyther, P2 for Q1, 3 milliseconds faster than Cryptic. So, Corey Marshall is now doing his newest lap. He is in P19 at this moment. Globetrotter is now coming back out on the track as well. Let's see what Zakaria can manage to do. Where is he now? There he is, going through turn 12. Let's see what Corey can do. Can he get himself out of the bottom 15? Yes, he can. And he is in P8. That knocks the Aston Martin pair to the bottom 5. There's only under 5 minutes to go in Q1, and Pinarello has decided to call it. Leon! I'm trying to do a stream, and Leon is constantly trying to get into the stream. dang it. Trying to do a live stream and literally Leon pops up on his and he's trying to sign into the streamer account just to mess with it. Anyways, well, Wavy has yet to do a lap. He's the only one. He's the only one yet to set a lap. Globetrotter, he needs to get himself out of the bottom 5. Currently the bottom 5 right now. And wait, is he damaged? Is he damaged? Does he have no wing? Yes, he does. He doesn't have a wing. That's really gonna hurt. So Globetrotter's really got to do something. But anyways, the bottom 5 at this moment, it is Blackie, Zakaria, Beatnik, Globetrotter, and Wavy are the bottom 5 at this moment. And Globetrotter is back in the pits. He is done. He is not going to run again. That is very unfortunate. So Globetrotter will be starting at the back of the field. I think he was trying to improve his lap, but I guess he spun out and crashed somewhere. I mean, I wish we could have seen it, but someone was trying to mess with the streaming account. But anyways, so Zakaria is back in the pits. Unfortunately, given the timing left, Zakaria will be eliminated from Q1. Now, Pinarello is really going to have to hope. He's really got to have his fingers crossed on this to stay in the top 15, because right now he is in 14th right now. And same applies to Jordan. He is on the cusp. He's in 15th with a 30.2, so he's going to have to do some kind of improvement. Pinarello definitely has to do that in that scenario. Same with, I think Owen's going to have to as well. Blonde can't do another run, so... Same with Reese. So Reese can't do another run, Blonde can't do another run. Owen's doing his. And it looks like Wavy is just bailed for the Alpha Tauri. A red fire, so Wavy will be knocked out of Q1. So Wavy, so Wavy, Globetrotter, Zakaria, those 3 are confirmed eliminated from Q1. Now, let's see if Blackie can do something to get himself out of the bottom 5. And looks like, unfortunately, is not going to be the case. 33.4, that is not going to help him at all. So he's going to have to do something. Let's see, unless he used all of his stuff. Nope, he's still got plenty of charge, so he's probably going to be going for one more attempt. Now, let's see, where is... Okay, there is... Yeah, okay, well, Wavy is going for another go. Well, yeah, he's still going. Okay, so Wavy may have a chance, and oh boy, there goes Jordan, and into the back, into the wall, in the final corner. So Jordan could have had a chance, but dashed away. Unfortunate, so Jordan could be knocked out of Q1. See what happens. Here comes Beatnik around the final corner. Let's see what he's got. Looks like it is going to be good. And it is 29.9. He knocks Jordan out of the bottom 5. And Blackie looks like had a malfunction. So the only person left to ruin Beatnik's chance on... The only person left to ruin Beatnik's chance of a Q2 appearance is Wavy Knife. Can he do it? No, 19:31.4, slowest of the active run timers. So Jordan, Blackie, Zakaria, Wavy Knife, and Globetrotter are eliminated from Q1. Beatnik and Pinarello saved themselves. Wow. So, top 3 fastest. One member each of the big 3, Cookie, Scyther, and Cryptic. And like I said prior, we say goodbye to Globetrotter, Wavy, Zakaria, Blackie, and Jordan. That is your bottom 5 eliminated. And we will move on to Q number 2.
Bahrain appears to offer a great insight into the Crown World Champion by the main conclusion. Race winners here have gone on to win the World Championship this season at a rate of about 70%. As mentioned ago, the champion hasn't won in Bahrain since 2018. Several drivers have won the Bahrain Grand Prix here since 2015, and these include Fernando Alonso, Felipe Massa, Sebastian Vettel, and Lewis Hamilton. Incredibly, the lap record here is still held by Pedro de la Rosa, who set the fastest time in his McLaren back in 2005. Will that record 1 minute 31 seconds be beaten this weekend? 2010's endurance layout had 6 more turns, was half a mile longer, and took almost half.
Okay, we are back for Q number 2. And looks like our first group to be out on track is the McLaren pair of Owen and Jack. Pinarello is just coming onto track as well, but Cryptic is leading the charge of the Group 2 pair. It looks like Jack and Cryptic are sharing the slipstream together. But I know Jack, he's gonna back out just a little bit, just let Cryptic go off on his own. There he goes. And Owen is right behind him, so this will be interesting to see as well. And TB is coming out on track. Looks like the Chiller is coming out. I believe that is Reese out next. But anyways, speaking of Cryptic, let's go on board with it. Let's go on board with the lad. Yep, that is Reese right there. Reese is entering his outlap. Reese is staying out of the way of the Mercedes, the McLaren, and the Red Bull. And here we go as Reese is making his way through. Just clear out all this mess. Just watch the nice action of Cryptic. Makes his way through turn number 8. Nice and steady up in the 3rd gear. 7th gear now into turns 9 and 10. This is very tricky. You have some lockups if you're not careful. But now into DRS zone number 2. Nice steady braking up to turn number 11. Now a bit of an uphill battle up into turn 12. Careful not to touch those red-white curves. If you touch that on the inner, you will be going spinning out of turn 13 now. Making his way downtown to the final corners of 14 and 15. And he will come across the line to set the benchmark. And that benchmark is the 28.2 for Cryptic. So 28.2 for Cryptic. That is that's almost 3/10 fast. That's just about 3/10 faster than the Q1 fastest time set by Cookie. Jack is right behind with a 29.6. Owen with a 30.2. And let's see who it looks like we have more and more moving around. As Corey's on his out lap. Pinarello's out on his out lap. Wait, is he on his out lap? No. No, yeah, he's coming in. Okay, well, we have TB next. We have TB. We got, coming down to turn number 11. That is Maxwell. Now, Maxwell, multi-time winner in RPL F1. With 10 wins to his credit, he is tied with the Chiller as the third highest winner overall in RPL F1's history. And TB 28.5. Now, the funniest thing is that what I mentioned with Maxwell's win stat, 10 wins in his entire career. He has a win from last season. That win was in Singapore. Speaking about wins, wish we had a way to show it on the screen, but the most winningest driver in F1, in RPL F1 Tier 1, is Luke with 38 wins to his name. Scyther is sitting in second with 15. And like I said with Maxwell, he is a three-way tie. He is part of a three-way tie for third. That three-way tie of 10 is with the Chiller and Portly Boot. And that is basically the top 5 for the most winningest F1 drivers. Speaking of the Chiller, by the way, 28.8 for his time. Reese 29.4, Corey 29.5 in their laps. Blonde's just starting his lap. Cookie's on with his. Where is Red Fire? He's working through sector 1. Maxwell is almost done with his lap. Well, actually, looks like he's doing a restart with his lap. Also made a mistake somewhere in sector 2. Yeah, most likely he made mistakes somewhere, but that's what it is there. Cookie is just about to come across the line now. 28.5 with his fastest. Couple tenths slower than that. 28.7 for his fastest in Q2. But there is only 7 minutes 45 seconds to go in Q2, so anything can change in that sense. Red Fire, by the way, on his way down. Luke puts in a 28.8. That puts him in P5. Pinarello's just starting his time lap now, and Red Fire 30.2 puts him P9. Now on to Blonde, as he's on his way down into the final corner. Blonde, car number 25. He comes across the line, and he knocks Red Fire down to P10 with a 30.0. So, even including their the screwed up lap, Maxwell, Beatnik, Pinarello, and Scyther have yet to set a time lap. I mean, yeah, we see it on screen. Maxwell did a 48.6, but I don't count it. He's restarting this run. But he's finishing it now, and it is P6, almost a 29 flat. that will knock Red Fire down to what is essentially the bottom 5. And he's got Owen joining him in P12. But that can change once Scyther, Pinarello, and Beatnik set their times. So here we go. So here is Pinarello now, as he comes across. TB has decided to call Q2 done, and Pinarello P9. Very interesting run there. There's Beatnik. Nice US themed helmet for Beatnik. And is that Scyther? Yes, it is. Scyther goes for a spin. So that's unfortunate. Scyther has to go back to the pits and get a new set of tires after a spin in turn 15, the final corner. I'm thinking he probably got a little too much of the curb, a little way too much curb on exit, and just spun out. But that is right now. Right now, we have 5 minutes to go in queue number 2. And this is your bottom 5 right now. So our bottom 5 right now, it is Blonde, Red Fire, Owen, Beatnik, and Scyther are the bottom 5 at this present moment. Scyther yet to settle out. Let's check in the Twitch chat. Beatnik is still a bit surprised on how he got the Aston Martin in the queue number 2. I mean, just sheer luck, probably. That's what it is. Well, I mean, unfortunately, you know, you got yourself in the Q2. You might be facing your way out from Q2. Scyther is now coming back out onto the circuit. And let's see. Well, Luke has called it for Q2. He is in P5, so he is safe enough to be through. Pinarello does the same. He is P9 though, so Pinarello, he's gonna have to have some fingers crossed, to say the least. I mean, unless the P10 and those guys below do really good. I mean, literally from P10 to P11, it's a 0.4 of a second difference. Well, now it's even high. Now it's even higher. Jack just put himself P7 with a 29.1. And now Owen, who's P13, he's going to have some help from his teammate. McLaren teammates working together. Now, Pinarello has a 29.587, and that's what Owen's going to have to beat in order to get himself into Q3. I mean, currently, from his fastest to Pinarello's, he's got to find 0.7 of a second, and in Sector 1, he is just a hair, he's just a hair above 0.2 slower. I mean, unfortunately, we know with Jack now in the top 10 in P7, Pinarello is going to be knocked out of Q2, I'm sorry. Yeah, Pinarello is going to be knocked out of Q2 because Scyther is going to be 5th and above. We know that's going to happen. So we will have to face the inevitable that Pinarello will be the first eliminated from Q2. And Owen, he goes much faster, but he is just behind, 0.1 of a second behind. And here we go with Scyther now. Like I said, Scyther has not set a lap yet. I'm going to say if he is slightly faster than he is in... I think Scyther could be... I say he might be third. He might be third. He'll sandwich the Ferraris and the Red Bulls. That's what I'm going to take a safe guess. He might be sandwiching them. But here he comes across the line. I freaking called it. Wow. 28-3. But yeah, Scyther is through. Pinarello is going to be knocked out. Owen is knocked out. Now the next guy to be worrying. Now the next guy to worry about his position is Corey. Is Corey Marshall. He has to worry now. He has a 29.5. And he could be into Q3, but we don't know. We know Owen came very close, but was just short of knocking over into the top 10. You know, if he did get past Pinarello, he won't be ahead. But let's see what we got. We have Red Fire. He is the front of the bottom of this bottom group. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what Red's got. So he's going to be coming out of the final corner very shortly. So like I said, 29, 5, 22 is what he's got to beat. As Corey does go faster, and Red Fire knocks Reese out. Reese eliminated from Q2. Corey Marshall's now eliminated. Blonde is through. Now what about Beatnik? Slowest. 29.771, but a shot there. Reese, 12th place in Q2 in that Mercedes. So there it is. So the top three from Q2, it is the Red Bull pairing of Cryptic and the Chiller, with Scyther right behind in P3, and with Scyther gonna be on his own because the bottom 5 from Q2, it is Beatnik, Owen, Pinarello, Reese, and Corey Marshall.
Schumacher won 13 of the 18 races held that day. One of these wins being Bahrain's inaugural Grand Prix. Notable repeat winners here in Bahrain include Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton, and Fernando Alonso. Drivers making it to the podium today won't need their champagne and positioning. Instead, road water was provided. McLaren last enjoyed the podium here, making 10, and Lewis Hamilton came third, leading P4 25. Ferrari has had far and away the most success, and will be looking at another win this year. They'll surely know. Many remember Bahrain.
Okay, so we are here now for Q number 3, and it is going to be Jack that's going to be leading this group out. It is Jack. Right behind is the Red Bulls of Cryptic and the Chiller. Cookie bringing up the back of that group. And here comes our next flood of drivers. It is going to be Scyther, Maxwell, Luke, TB, Red Fire coming out now. Blonde has yet to come out onto the track. Blonde is going to be the last of this group to come out. Now this is going to bring the interesting spectacle. Who is going to be the fastest of this group? And who is going to get pole? Who is going to be top 3? Well, if I had to guess who would be in the top 3, no particular order, Scyther is going to be one of those top 3. There's no question. Scyther should be one of those. Yeah, so Scyther, I think, is going to be one of those top 3s. That's for certain. As for who else would be in the top 3 after Q3, man, this is going to be very, very tough. I mean, literally, TB, Cryptic, the Chiller, Boss, Cookie, they all got a chance to be top 3, but I just gotta pick which ones it's gonna be. I'm gonna say Cryptic and Cookie are gonna be involved in that top 3. TB and the Chiller are gonna be fighting. They're going to be fighting, but I think the difference between the top 5, literally between the Red Bulls, the Ferraris, and Scyther, I say the difference between the pole and the P5 is probably going to be under 0.3 of a second. I think that's how close the difference is going to be. But anyways, so Jack is going to be the first guy to set his timed lap. And let's see what benchmark Jack will have for us today. And that benchmark is 28.9. Here comes the Red Bulls. Cryptic 27.9. The Chiller 28.7. Here comes Boss Cookie 27.7. We have cracked the 27-second barrier. We're Cryptic and Cookie. Let's see about Scyther. Looks like he could be in the 27s as well. No, 28.0. He's just shy. Luke is coming across next. 28.6. TB. 29.3. Maxwell. 28.9. Red Fire 29.1, and Blonde is gonna begin his first time lap. TB, slowest of that group. I think something must have happened to him in Sector 3 that made his time go goof. So TB is gonna have to think of something to claw back more of that timing. I mean, literally 4 of the 5 that I said will be top 5, they're in there. TB is the odd guy out at this moment. Let's see. Looking at this group. Let's see. Looking at the chat here. Beatnik has put in his opinion. He says Scyther, DeChiller, TB for the top 3 in that order. Well, those 3 are going to have to do something. They're going to have to do something on that one. Jacob just put in his top 3. Cookie, Scyther, and TB. And despite that 28-0 for Scyther, Beatnik highly believes that Scyther is sandbagging, meaning he's going to be hell of a lot faster. Well, we'll see what happens on that. We'll see what happens on that occasion. Alright, so like I said, that's the group there. So Cookie and Scyther are in the, well, pretty much. Actually, it looks like all my picks are in there. Wait, no, sorry. The Chiller I said was going to be in the top 3. Cryptic and TB were going to be looking in, but let's see what happens here. Well, let me change up some of the stuff. I'm gonna expand now. What do I think is gonna be the top, like, what this grid is gonna look like when qualifying's over? Well, if Scyther really is sandbagging, he could get pole, but we'll see what happens. But I'm thinking the top 3 are gonna stay where they are. The Chiller will upend Luke. TB, I think it's going to be a toss-up between the Chiller and TB for which one of them is going to be 4th and 5th. Luke is going to be P6. P7, I think it's going to be Jack, but just very, very barely. Maxwell will be P8. Red Fire is going to be P9. Blonde's going to make an attempt for P9, but just come up maybe half a tenth short. So, pretty much looking at this group as it sits, for it is on this grid, on the top left of your screen, top 3 and P10 are sitting as they sit, in my personal opinion. Everybody else is going to be mixed. That's what I'm thinking. And I called it too. I just checked the Discord chat, and Scyther did mention he caught a bit too much of the curb on his Q2 lap, and that's how he spun. So I called it on that. Wow. Sometimes my genius. It's quite frightening. Anyway, so the Chiller, done with his time with his out lap. He is starting his best lap. Let's see what he's got. Let's see what he's gonna do with just 2 minutes to go in Q3. It is a do or die dash for everybody. And everybody is coming out onto the circuit now, as everybody is out on their laps. Is out for their out laps, except for the Red Bull pairing. They are on their time lapse. Cryptic is just clearing through sector number 2, and he is improving slightly, only a tenth up, so he's gonna claw some ground. But can he tilt Cookie out of a provisional pole at this moment? And Cryptic is coming out of the final corner as the Chiller goes into turn number 11. Here comes Cryptic across the line. Oh, just short. Only 600 separate him and Cookie, but Cryptic is still P2 right now. Now, the Chiller's improved. He's 3/10 up in Sector 2. That will clear him of Luke. But can he go faster enough to upend Scyther? He's got 7/10 to clear. And he's just short, a 10th behind, 28-1. That puts the Chiller P4 at this moment. Now, everybody is going to be filing in the line for their lap. And Cookie is going to be the first of this group. So Cookie, and then right behind is going to be TV, Blonde, Maxwell, Revfire, Scyther, Jack, and then picking up the tail end of this group is going to be Luke. And here we go. So this is it. Who will challenge Cookie for pole? Here we go for Sector 2. See what happens. Let's see if Cookie's able to improve. He is just behind in Sector 2. Blonde is not looking like improving. He's had a problem on that straight. There's TB over a second up in Sector number 2. So Sector 2 did cost him some time there. Here goes Cookie across the line. Improves by 100th of a second, and he goes a little faster for pole position. Here comes TB now. Let's see what kind of improvement he's capable of doing. And he's 4th place. Blonde goes to P7. Maxwell takes up for P6. Here comes Redfire now. Goes Redfire with Scyther right behind. Redfire stays 10th. Scyther goes to 2nd. And that is going to do it. Jack P9. So, Boss Cookie, by 300ths of a second, claims pole position. Luke in P6. So, top 5 pretty much right. Luke is right. Wait a minute. Did I get... I got the top 7 right from my top 10 prediction. I was wrong on Blonde, Jack, and Redfire. That's actually quite a good prediction, in my opinion. But there it is. So Boss Cookie, Scyther, and Cryptic are the top 3. This is gonna be interesting. Oh, we're ready to go for the race itself. Oh boy. This should be interesting. So here we go. Oh boy. This is gonna be good. So here we go. The 5 lights come on to kick off season 8. And it's lights out and away we go. It looks like Cookie gets a really good jump on Scyther. Look at Cryptic making a move. Slingshotting his way towards the lead as they head into turn number 1. As the cars fire off into turn number 1. As they all bunch up together, but Cryptic, what a phenomenal start. Oh, contact between the two. And Boss Cookie stays ahead gets ahead of Cryptic, and Cryptic fighting his way as they head into turn number 3. The Chiller putting a fight on Scyther. Maxwell putting himself in a P5. Red Fire already up 4 positions as these guys are just funneling their way around into there. And it looks like Owen and Luke have caused collision. Oh boy. Well boy, that was a mess right there. Scyther sends it on the Chiller 3 wide into turn number 8. It looks like the Chiller came out worse for wear being in the middle. And look at Red Fire just flying his way into turn 10, and Scyther goes off the track, falls down to P6. Pinarello up into P8 now as the Chiller clears his sister teammate Red Fire to get back into P3. But a mental start by Cryptic, getting past both the Ferrari Cookie and past Scyther to get himself into P number 1. Wowee! What a start there by Cryptic. Well, looking at the tire setup here, Cookie, Scyther, Blonde, Reese, TV, Owen, and Luke all on the hard compound tires. Everybody else is on the mediums as Blackie and Globetrotter head into the pits. And as the top 10 filter on through, it is Cryptic, Cookie, DeChiller, Red Fire, Maxwell, Scyther, Jack, Pinarello, Corey, and Blonde to make the top 10. And the rest of that group, it is TV, Reese, Jordan, Beatnik, Zakaria, Wavy, Luke, Owen, and then the 2 pitters being Blackie and Globetrotter. Ooh-wee. What a crazy start of the season 8. We had Scyther send and a full send into turn 8, forcing a 3 wide between Cookie and DeChiller. It looked like DeChiller almost came worse of it, but then Scyther had a malfunction in turn 10, losing 4 spots in that one corner. And now Scyther is gonna have a little issue. He's got Jack right behind, but like I said, Scyther and Cookie, they are on the harder compound tires, so it is going to take just a little bit longer for those tires to heat up to the proper optimal temperature, which leaves those 2 very vulnerable to attacks. Take a look at Pinarello, by the way, as we're on board with him. He's got Jack running from Pinarello up into P8. He started P12, P13 in this race, and he's already up a few spots. And he wanted to take a shot to go against Jack, but changed his mind at the last second. Well, a little further back, looks like Reese is trying to do a little playing around with Blonde. That's for P11, but looks like Blonde has decided to hold his ground. And, well, Corey just had a little issue, as Pinarello actually Corey tried to make a move on Pinarello, but it backfired. Let's take a look at our group. Let's see who has made the most improvements so far. It looks like the 2 biggest movers is Red Fire going up 6 spots in these first few laps. Pinarello is up 5 spots. The 2 biggest losers is Luke losing 11 positions and TB losing 6. Look at this, we have a bit of a train, and as we will complete lap number 3, Cryptic 3.1 seconds clear of Boss Cookie. Speaking of, yeah, it looks like the Red Bulls are looks like the Chiller's trying to claw his way against Boss Cookie, but can't seem to get close into turn number 1. Nor can Pinarello catch against Jack, as TB full sends it onto Corey and takes as Cookie defends against the Chiller, heading into turn number 4, and Cookie maintains the position while Maxwell is dealing against Red Fire in a battle for 4th. And Maxwell does successfully pass Red Fire to claim 4th position. Red Fire, he will have DRS coming out of turn 10. He's just gonna have the right angle to make it work. So now we go back to the top two, second and third, as the Chiller just can't seem to get past Boss Cookie at this present time. It looks like Cookie had a malfunction in turn 11. He falls to 4th, the Chiller up in the 2nd, and Maxwell taking 3rd place. Red Fire is in the 5th place, but now he's got Scyther right behind. Scyther will be like a shark smelling blood, with that Ferrari having a mishap in turn 11. I'm thinking snap oversteer or understeer, but Cookie losing 2nd place to the Chiller, and Cryptic now is over 5 seconds clear of his teammate as they head into turn number 1 to kick off lap number 4. We have a minor train between from 2nd all the way down to 7th. Then there's a little gap between them, with Pinarello having a mini train of Corey and TB, with Blonde trying to put himself into that, and he's got Reese to carry for that train. It's a little bit further back in this group. We got Jordan up against Beatnik. That is for P13. And looks like Jordan is trying his best to keep up, but is just not gaining some ground. But it looks like this train is going to be staying as it is for the time being, as we're on board with Jack. As you can see, that basically that train of cars all in front of him. Scyther, Red Fire, Cookie, and Blonde right in there. As you can catch a glimpse of the Chiller right there. Chiller and Maxwell right there, leading that train. Looks like Boss Cookie is even closer to Maxwell. Looks like it. Yes, he is. He's going to be making a move. Charging down the inside to get in the 3rd place. Maxwell trying to keep that fight alive, but it is a no-go. Boss Cookie takes back 3rd place. Maxwell, little slip on the exit of turn number 2. And we got Corey Marshall going spinning out of turn number 3. And Corey was in P9 when that happened. That puts Pinarello to P9, Blonde to 10, and Reese very close to points contention. Unfortunately, Corey falls to 14th, and Beatnik. Apparently when Corey was getting it back under go, Beatnik was told to get the place back, but he couldn't. Beatnik is now stuck with an unfair 5-second time penalty, and unfortunately he can't get it removed unless he doesn't pit at all, but he can't do that. So Beatnik is gonna be stuck serving a penalty. That's gonna suck. Anyway, so Cryptic is now 6 seconds clear of the Chiller. Boss Cookie is gonna be trying to go for an attack to try to get himself into there, as Scyther full blown passes Red Fire. I think Red Fire could maybe try again. Could maybe go for trying to pass. Go for a pass, maybe. Yeah, he's got DRS, but Scyther does not. But too far back. Red Fire will have to settle for 6th place, with Jack sniffing at his tail for 6th. And it looks like we have a spin. That is in turn. We have a yellow flag in sector number 1. That is Owen going for a spin, exiting turn 1. And Blackie is now getting the first of the 3-second penalty club. Well, as these guys are Windling their way around through this course. As we're on board with Scyther, as he is a bit further behind, and looks like Blackie has gone off the track into the gravel in turn number 3. As you can see it on the map, but we're still going. We're still under green flag conditions. As we go further back in this group, as Corey Marshall is trying to vie an attack on Beatnik for 12th, but not close enough at this present moment. What about the battle for second? Is Cookie closer? Not yet, but it looks like Blackie is just horsing around. As he spun out multiple more times. He spun out in turn 4, he spun out in turn 7, he spun out again in turn 8. So it looks like Blackie is just horsing around. He's going to be going a lap down very shortly. But Boss Cookie is right on him. Right on the Chiller's tail to go for second place as we caught further in the back of the field. Beatnik is losing multiple positions. He lost P12 to Corey, P13 to Luke, and now P14 to Jordan. And Beatnik is not having a good time so far as Blackie has just gone off the track again. Not even sure what in the world he is even doing. Let's just keep an eye on him because I think he might be up to some shenanigans. Let's see what happens, but looks like Blackie is coming into the pits, and he may be the first retirement of the event. Is he gonna be? Maybe, because he is gone a lap down. Yup, Blackie is out of the race. He is done. Problem is, because of the yellow flag, these guys can't pass each other or face a penalty. And Cookie passes to Chiller, but he's going to be told to get the place back. They're in a yellow flag scenario, which is kind of dumb because Blackie is in the pits. But Cookie does clear to Chiller. Cookie is up in the second place. Maxwell is still in fourth. Now looking to challenge possibly for third place maybe. And whoa, goes high, goes wide, and that will cost him fourth against Scyther. As these cars are just piling on around. Now the back of this train is TB. And Cookie is now out of DRS range from the Chiller. So the Chiller can't get DRS. But let's see what Cookie can do to try to reel in Cryptic, who is nearly 6.5 seconds ahead. And once Cryptic crosses the line, we'll be entering lap 9 of this race. And there comes TB. I wonder, he's in that train. Will he vie for an attack? Yes, he is. He is going to get past Jack to get himself into P number 7. And he'll be too far back to vie a shot against Red Fire to get himself into 6. TB did start in 4th place, fell to just out of the points after lap 2. Now he's clawed back up into 7th now. And speaking of clawing into the points, Reese is now in the points in P10, but he's got Blonde up on him. I mean, that would be nice for Blonde, a guy in an Alfa Romeo overshooting a Mercedes. That would be a unique spectacle there. Blonde is going to have the DRS against Reese. Unfortunately, he is going to be too far behind to vie an attack. He's got another chance to down in the main straight, though. take a look for the back. Well, we got Corey on Luke. With Luke, that is for P12. Beatnik up against Jordan. That's a battle for P14 with Zakaria as well. And looks like we have pit stops. As Scyther and the Chiller are switching. TB and Red Fire switching. And look at this fight between Scyther and the Chiller. The Chiller sending it a shot to try to keep Scyther back, but just couldn't do it. Scyther reclaims third place from the Chiller. TB up into 6 now, and Pinarello is now battling against Owen for P17 as he came out of the pits from his stop. So Pinarello, the first of the medium tires to pit. Now let's see how the other drivers will react to that stop. Let's see, that will probably mean we'll have to wait and see, because the Red Bull pairing, they are on medium, so they're gonna have to try. They're thinking they're just gonna have to stay out as best they can to keep themselves in the running. And actually, Maxwell has decided, I'm gonna pit now, and Red Fire's joining up. Maxwell going on to the hards along with Red Fire. And look, and off they go now. And looks like Beatnik, Jordan, and Zakaria have decided to go in, as well as Scyther and the Chiller, round 2. And the Chiller gets himself into the penalty club and gets ahead of Scyther, and he's gonna have to get that place back, and he does, but it really hurt him. It really hurt the Chiller, because now here comes TB on the outside in turn 8 to get himself in the 4th place. Oh my, that's gonna hurt. And the Chiller is in the penalty club because of that because of that fight with Scyther. He went wide in turn number 3, and that was his 3rd track limit warning, which gives him a penalty. That is going to hurt not only the Chiller's chances of a really good finish, but it is also going to hurt Red Bull in regards to a good constructor's points haul. And let's take a look at everybody here. So let's take a look at the tires for the top 10. Well, looking at this group here, well, Corey is now going in, so that could mean Wavy go in, or no, Wavy's gonna stay out and take P10. Wavy, the Chiller, Jack, and Cryptic are the only 4 in the top 10 to not pit yet. Now, actually, with Beatnik, did he start in the hearts? So I just noticed that. No, he's going medium. He's going with a 2-stop strat. That's interesting. Well, anyways, just saw Zakaria and Jordan trade positions for P16. Pinarello is now in the penalty club, going wide out of turn 7. That gives him a track limit penalty now. And looks like the Chiller is not having a good moment. He just gave up P5 to Jack. So that means, I think, the Chiller should be coming in this time. Yes, he is. The Chiller is coming in. Same with Jack. They are pitting for the hard compound tires. As Blonde also, by the way, just cleared Reese for P5. Wow. That's interesting there, but now here's another fight on our hands. Scyther against TB. This is a fight for third place. Now the hard tire guys, none of them have come in yet. Because literally the top 7, they have not yet pit yet. They are on the hard compound tires that they started on. Looks like Reese is having trouble keeping up with Blonde, by the way. Blonde is starting to slightly pull away on the straights. Now Cryptic has, the only exception with the hard tire guys is Cryptic. Cryptic is still on the mediums, by the way. Cryptic has not pitted yet. He's the only guy up front still on the mediums. And Scyther has decided to pit. The first hard tire guy is starting to pit. So this is going to be an interesting choice of scenario here. So Scyther is in the pit. He will come out in P7. He's a long ways away ahead of Maxwell. So he will come out pretty decently ahead. Yep, there he is right there. He is going to come out at least a few seconds ahead of Maxwell. But yeah, Scyther pitted in P3. He is P7. Now, let's see. Let's take a look at this group. So, if TB plays it right, he could maybe beat Scyther to retaining P3 on there, but we don't know. We'll have to wait and see, because Scyther is over 12 seconds behind Luke. In that sense, let's see, the difference between TB to Scyther is about 23 seconds as the leader has come in. The leader is in the pits. And TB is going in, so Cookie will inherit the lead on lap number 15 of 29. So Cryptic is in the pits. TB is in now, going for those mediums, and out and away he goes. Let's see if TB is going to be able to beat Scyther out. There he is on the main straight. He is just about to cross the start-finish line now. And he is just coming out. Can he beat him? He's going to have to put the power down. And he does the overcut. Just barely. But TB is going to have to wait a lap for those tires to heat up. Scyther is all over him. As Scyther sends the shot down on the inside, Scyther reclaims, even though TB was slightly ahead on the pit exit. Scyther overall takes him. So an undercut attempt. Scyther does take the lead. Ahead of TB for P6, which is technically basically around P3 by the looks of it. But anyways, Cookie is out and about now. He is about 19 seconds ahead of Cryptic. Oh, he's in the pits now. Let's see what will happen with this next group between Blonde, Reese, and Luke. Cookie is now in. And Luke is no, not Luke. Reese is going in. And Blonde and Luke stay out. And Cryptic gets ahead of Blonde. Well, I mean, Cryptic had a substantial lead before he pitted. That's the case there. Reese in a oh man. Reese is gonna, with his pit, he is gonna come out in 11th place. He's got a lot of work to do to catch up to Red Fire, who is almost 6 seconds ahead. So kicking off lap number 16, Blonde is gonna be your leader. Luke is in 2nd place. There is Cryptic right behind them, about 3.5 seconds behind Blonde. So let's see what kind of magic these two will do. Will they be able to fight and see who will get a better ahead in the pits? But we'll have to wait and see in regards to that. But Blonde will be leading a Grand Prix in F1 Tier 1 once he crosses the line. That is if he pits. He is pitting, so that means Luke will take it as they cross to finish lap 16. Luke leads the lap. So Cryptic will be 2nd place. He'll inherit the lead back very shortly. Boss Cookie is sitting in 3rd, mainly 2nd. Scyther is in 4th. He'll be provisionally 3rd, but TV is still all over his back. He may try to go for a shot towards the end of this race. And Blonde, he already comes out of the track. He is ahead of Reese by over 2 seconds. He is in P10 as Pinarello overtook Owen in turn 2 to get P12. Globetrotter is back into the pits as Owen and Pinarello are still fighting. And they both had a little malfunction. There goes Pinarello hard into the back, and that is the end of Pinarello. Pinarello has spun, crashed hard into the back. Whoa, serious rear wing damage. That is the end of Pinarello, the 2nd retirement of the race. Little brawl here. We have TB up against Scyther for 4th place. The question is can Scyther anticipate the attack from TB as he is kicking off lap number 18? Here we go as TB slingshots his way up, and he is ahead into turn number 1, but that's gonna give Scyther DRS out of turn number 3. I mean, literally, these two are going to be fighting for the final place of the podium. No doubt in my mind on that. Now, anyways, we are back with Jack now. He is up against the Chiller and Maxwell. These guys are on the hard compound tires. This is a 3-way fight for 6th place, but because of the penalty, the track limit penalty that the Chiller's got, unless he finds an easy way to get that penalty removed, at this present moment, the Chiller is going to fall to P9 at this moment. But in a couple tenths, he'll be clear of Red Fire to keep himself out from P9, but he'll fall to P8. And Reese, by the way, is actually catching up to Blonde to try to steal that final points position. As Zakaria has disconnected, he is in P16. A Scyther now looking to go for another shot. Does he have enough room to do it though? Well, unfortunately, that answer is no. He is too far back in turn number 1, but he might be closer in turn number 4. Oh yeah, he is closer this time in turn number 4, but can he buy a shot? No, TV keeps him covered. On forward Reese now. Blonde is still staying good and clear of him to keep himself there, and looks like we may have a fight for the lead. It is between Luke and Cryptic. Cryptic is right on Luke's tail. He will get DRS. Luke has been leading since lap 16. Looks like Luke has decided he's going to go for, instead of the mediums to finish the race, he's going for a soft tire run. I wonder how far he's going to fall back once he pits. It looks like he might be P11 once he does pit. But Cryptic is going to inherit the lead. Once he gets clear of him, there he goes. Go for a bonsai shot. Down the inside in turn number 1. And Cryptic takes back the lead in the Bahrain Grand Prix of RPL F1. Cookie is in second provisionally. Scyther and TB will be fighting it out for P3. That will be an interesting shot there. And then I think between Maxwell and Jack, those two will be fighting for P5, unless the Chiller finds a way to have his penalty removed. So, let's see what happens here, as we are still keeping an eye on that, but looks like Jack is even closer to Maxwell. So, battle between McLaren and Alpine. These two are basically academy teammates. The question is, will Maxwell let Jack through if he is faster? Maxwell just can't seem to secure the deal against the Chiller, but he is staying in DRS range. That's a plus side. Let's see, when will Luke be going in? He has still not gone in. We are entering lap 21 of 29. Luke is still not pitted yet. So I'm thinking within the next lap or two, he will be coming in. And still, Scyther just still can't find a groove to go for a shot to try to take provisionally P3 from TB. I think unofficially, by the looks of it, if the race ended as it sits right now, once Luke does pit, because Luke will probably be out of the top 10. He'll be like P11 by the time he comes out. Ferrari will have the constructors lead. Red Bull is gonna be second. Mercedes will be third in the constructors. That's what it looks like unofficially right now. But there's still only 7 laps to go, and there's still warring going on, mainly between Scyther and TB. That's basically for P3. You have a 3-way fight. I mean, for P5, but the Chillers because of his penalty, and then the final point position between Blonde and Reese. That's still going on too. Actually, now Scyther sends a bonsai move into turn number 1. No, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Plus TB, not phased, keeps him back still. That was a good effort move by TB, and Blonde and Reese are fighting it out. Reese was slightly ahead, but Blonde covered him in turn 2. But now here he goes again into turn number 4, and Blonde still covers him off. Blonde keeps Reese behind him. Wow, Blonde is doing pretty decently holding up against this second Mercedes. Now, Luke is going to have to pit eventually. He is going to be pitting probably within the next, like, couple of laps. But, anyways, there's this group right here. There's the Chiller, there's Maxwell, there's Jack. Let's see what happens here, because now Cookie is now caught up to... Cookie's caught up to Luke now. So this could be interesting now. With Cookie caught up to Luke, this is going to change things. Let's take a look at Scyther. Is he going for another shot? He's going for it again. Oh, just can't do that. He's trying to psych TV out, but TV's saying, "Nuh-uh, I'm staying in control. You ain't getting by me." And TV is just keeping him back. What a spectacle that is. And this is going to be pretty good as Reese has finally got past Blonde into turn number 1. And Blonde right now falls to 11th, but he will be P10 anyways. And oh, Maxwell spun! Maxwell spun! Maxwell spun out in turn number 4. Oh, Lord. And he just clipped. Oh, no. he bumped into the back of Reese and he goes spinning. Oh no. Oh no. That's not good. Oh, Maxwell was doing so decently. He was in P7 and he's just gone into the wind. Oh Lord. Oh my Lord. That just sucks. That just sucks there, to be honest. But anyways, Cookie now in the fight for basically was second. Luke has still not gone in yet. We're on lap 24. 5 laps to go now. As Cookie has cleared Luke. Yes, he does. Cookie is up in the second place now. 1.5 seconds behind Cryptic. Now this will work slightly in Cookie's favor because Cookie is on the softer compound tire. I mean, it's a lap difference, but the softer compound could make the difference in this. And Scyther still got nothing against TB, and I think Scyther's getting pretty impatient. I think Scyther is going to get impatient having to deal with TB for all this time. He's going to have to do something desperate to get himself into provisional third. And the Chiller is still sitting in 6th, but he will lose that spot to now Jack only because of Maxwell's spin earlier. So Jack will be looking at a P6 finish if he stays within 3 seconds of the Chiller. Now Corey is the other driver with in the penalty club, but he's staying where he is in P12 because literally the guy behind him is Owen and he is over 8 seconds behind. Oh my. This race is just getting more and more intense as it goes on. I mean, Boss Cookie has now gained 4/10 on Cryptic. So if the factor plays it right, I think Cookie will be looking at a shot against Cryptic on the final lap of this race. We could be looking at a last lap fight for the final spot. And this will be a nice way to kick off the season, And look at Cookie. He's now almost in DRS range against Cryptic. If he gains a little more ground, he will be in DRS range against Cryptic on the main straight. He is under a second now. Scyther still can't find an answer against TB. Here comes Jack now. There's Jack against the Chiller. The Chiller's still maintaining his firm grip. look at Luke now, because of this timing, with Luke still staying out as long as he's going, he could be ahead of Blonde, maybe. Blonde and Reese, he could be. But here we go. This is the fight. This is the fight for the lead. 5/10 between Cookie and Cryptic, with 3 to go. Oh boy, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Oh boy. Oh, Scyther's still trying to get TV, and TV is just saying, I'm staying where I am. And yeah, looks like Luke is saying, Blonde is, Luke had to cut turn 3. Guess a mishap between those guys, but oh boy, this is gonna get good. Oh boy, here we go. So this is the fight for the lead. I mean, literally, this is only the first race of the season, and I'm already on the edge of my seat here because of this. TB and Scyther fighting for third. Cryptic and Cookie fighting for the lead. There's just lots of fights all over. You just can't fathom how intense this is. On board with Cookie now. Can he do something? Now bound to Cryptic. We're looking at the back. There is Cookie there. All over the mirrors. Here we go. He's going for the shot. Can he go for it? He's going on the inside. And Cookie takes the lead in the Bahrain Grand Prix in the turn number 1. Can he maintain it in the turn 4 though? Here comes Cryptic, fighting it hard. He's got it back. Cryptic gets it back in turn number 4, but switch back by Cookie, and Cryptic. Oh boy, this is gonna get intense. Here we go. Cryptic stays behind Cookie in a turn number 6. Wowee! Oh my! Oh Lord. Okay. Reese Blonde and Luke fighting for the last points of this race. Oh my Lord. Whee, this is gonna get nuts. But Cookie takes the lead with 2 to go. This is gonna be a mad dash for the win on this final lap. Oh boy. I mean literally for Cryptic to look for a win. He has to do something against Blonde. He has to do something against Cookie. Scyther, it's basically now or never to try to get 3rd place from him. But here we go. Final lap of the race. Another shot and another attack. Here comes Cryptic. Shot in the turn number 1. He's ahead. That means Cookie will have DRS in the turn 4. And boy, oh boy, we got another fight. They're bumping and banging. TB goes spinning by Scyther as we caught in the background. And a contact, and there goes Cryptic. Cryptic and Cookie go contact. Oh Lord. Oh my, that's not good. And TB gets the lead, gets the 3rd place back from Scyther. So Scyther gets the place back. I think he knew what he did was a little bit wrong, but TB gets 3rd place back. Oh my. I mean, we saw Cryptic and Cookie bumping and banging out of turn 3. We just saw TB and Scyther collide in turn number 1, and then Cryptic and Cookie collide in turn number 4. Oh boy. Well, oh my. Well, that's gonna cause some controversy on that one, but we'll have to wait and see what's gonna happen in this sense. But here we go. Unofficially, we will have a new Grand Prix winner as Cookie will win in Bahrain. Cryptic will take 2nd, and TB successful against Scyther to be 3rd, Scyther 4th. Wowee, oh my, that was just wild there. The Chiller crosses the line to finish in 5th, but Jack will take 5th place. The Chiller 6th, Redfire will finish 7th, Blonde in 8th, and here is gonna be Reese. He will cross the line in P9, and Maxwell will finish off the points in P10. Wow, talk about a mess. Well, whew. But what a finish there. And wow, Beatnik just steals fastest lap of the race in P16. Well, so that will an interesting way to kick off the first race of the season. So there it is. So Cookie unofficially is the winner. If he keeps it, if Cookie keeps this win, he will be the 27th F1 Tier 1 winner. Cryptic 2nd place, TB for 3rd. Very good there. And as you saw on the screen, TB is driver of the day. Yeah. I don't know what I can say for my driver today, in my opinion, but we'll just leave it like that. But unofficially, congrats goes out to Cookie for winning his first race. Cryptic is sitting in 2nd. TB is 3rd. We'll have to see how this top 3 will go once the sewer report is out later on in a few days' time. So we'll have to wait and see in regards to that. But there it is. So, like I said, unofficially, Cookie is your winner. Cryptic 2nd, TB 3rd. Scyther is sitting in 4th. Jack is P5, The Chiller P6, Redfire Tiger P7, Blonde in P8, Reese P9, and Maxwell in 10th place. So that is going to conclude the stream for tonight. But we will be kicking off round 2. We'll be kicking off round 2 next week. Give me 1 second for what we got for our calendar. Here we go. So next Friday, F1 Tier 2 will be racing around in Monza. F2 will be having round 2 in Jeddah. And speaking with Jeddah, that is actually going to be round 2 for F1. So, from RPL Streams, this time Night Wolf saying good night and have a good one.